Hello, Facebook people. Lisa Carpenter here, transformational life and nutrition coach. And I wanted to do a bit of a follow-up on the video I posted, the live stream that I posted the other day in regards to the signs and symptoms of adrenal fatigue and what you need to do to start to feel better, because there were some questions posted on my page and I thought that they opened up a really great conversation, so I thought I would live stream. So this question was left by Tracy Shira Parker. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. If I'm not, my apologies. And she asks, why don't men have to do self-care? I never hear the message, men, you have adrenal fatigue. I always feel so weak and indulgent when I feel like I need time, because men don't need that. I just want to keep rolling and I hate feeling like I have to slow down. This is a sentiment that is shared by so many women. We want to be everything, do everything, have everything. We want it all on our terms. And the reality is, we're not designed to be doing it all. And women, and this, I'm just painting a broad picture here, we tend to do like 5 times as much as the men in our lives. And I don't know when this started happening in our culture that we felt like we had to do everything. But once upon a time, women, we had children and we stayed home, we took care of them, the husbands went off to work. Now we live in a world where most of us, both of us have to work, yet the woman is still taking on a lot of the main responsibilities around running the house. So maybe you're doing the laundry and you're doing the cleaning and you're doing the grocery shopping and you're doing the cooking and you're doing the ironing and you're picking up the kids and you're organizing where they need to be. And you're maybe trying to squeeze in some time for your friends. And if you look at men, men are generally much better at carving out time for themselves. Whether it's plunking themselves down on the couch and watching sports, whether it's getting together with guy friends. But men don't have this incessant need to constantly be busy. Now, there are some men out there that are very ambitious and driven, right? Like, I'm using a very broad brush here. I'm talking about the women in particular that seek me out to work with me are women who really buy into this, that they should be able to do everything. And me, in my life, me wanting to do everything was the very thing that caused so many of my health problems. And I thought I was awesome by being able to do everything. And it did make me feel weak asking for help. So I want you to really look at why it's so uncomfortable to slow down. Because we're on this planet to be human beings, not human doings. And that's how I was living my life. Doing. Very disconnected from, hi, Vanessa, and welcome to Eat. I'm so happy that you registered. I think that was you that came through. I'm pretty sure it was you that came through. So I'm super pumped to have you in the group. I just got so excited to see you. I lost my train of thought. But we tend to, like, we're doing all these things all the time and we're burning ourselves out. Totally lost my train of thought. So here's the thing. I'm going to just throw this tip in there for any of the women that are watching over 40. Do you know that as your estrogen levels decline, that you actually do start to lose your memory? It's a real thing. And let me tell you, it's one of the biggest things that I come up against, especially when I'm live streaming, because you guys get to see the best. Like, when I forget my train of thought, I'm live. There's no script. There's no whiteboard here. I'm just going with the flow. So there you go. It's my almost 44-year-old brain now. Things are just starting to fall out. Okay, so what I was saying is I hated feeling like I had to slow down. If somebody told me to have a nap, I was like, are you crazy? I got stuff to do. Do you know what I could do in the time I'd be having a nap? I could do like a gazillion different things, right? Like, women, we don't just go downstairs to the kitchen. We pick up the laundry on the way. We, wipe some counters. We move some shoes. We pick up our kids' crap. And then eventually we make it to the kitchen. So slowing down to me made me feel lazy. And I had to really look at why I was so addicted to being busy. And the truth is, the more I did, that is how I made myself feel valuable and worthy in my life. That's how I felt important. If I wasn't doing anything, well, what? Was I just taking up air? But nobody asked me to take on everything. We're meant to have support. We're meant to have connection. We're not meant to do all the things. So really look at why you're so resistant to slowing down, what slowing down represents to you, because there's stories around that. Maybe you picked up growing up that, it was lazy to lie around. Now, I can tell you that one of the things that I preach inside my EAT program and all the programs that I run is that doing nothing is doing something. So let me use the analogy of a sprinter. So we just finished the Summer Olympics. Some of you might have watched, maybe most of you watched. Those sprinters have to go out there and give 100% on the day of. Now, if they went out every single day and practiced at 100%, do you know what would happen to them? They would get slower. They wouldn't get faster. They would get slower. They actually get faster when they're resting. Their recovery periods are very long. Any athlete knows that to have maximal performance in whatever their sport of play is requires just as much adherence to rest. Yet in everyday life, we don't put any value on rest, and we need to put more value on rest. Our bodies aren't meant to be running at a sprint 24/7. And most of the women I work with aren't even getting enough sleep at night because, again, if you're suffering from adrenal fatigue, you get that second wind. You think it's like a bonus hours in the day, and you stay up half the night. So really look at what your resistance is to slowing down. What are you trying to get away from? What are you trying to numb out? Because most of the time when we're busy all the time, it's because we're not wanting to connect with something in ourselves, right? It's kind of like, maybe some of you will resonate with this. When you're feeling sad and you think, well, if I start to cry, I'm never going to stop. So we just stuff it down and try not to feel the feelings because we're afraid, like, literally, if we start crying, we won't stop crying. A lot of times that's what busy does. It's like if we stop being busy and we have to stand still in our lives, what is it we're trying to avoid? Are we unhappy? Do we hate our jobs? Maybe you don't like your spouse. Maybe your kids are driving you crazy. Maybe you're really unfulfilled in your life. So busy is an amazing distraction from that. So there is my answer. It's not indulgent slowing down. And I disagree. I think that men actually do find time to slow down. It's just not anything that we look at as women and think of as like that's slowing down. But them sitting on the couch watching their favorite, sporting event, that is them slowing down. Are you willing to sit down and watch just a TV show, not because you're trying to learn something, but because you just enjoy it? Or do you find that indulgent? When I had to really start slowing my life down, I would start taking baths in the middle of the day. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, this is so indulgent, having a bath during the middle of the day. I'm my own boss. I can have a bath whenever I want, whether it's in the middle of the day or 8 o'clock at night. It's not being indulgent. It's saying that I matter enough in my own life to slow the hell down and take care of myself in whatever capacity that looks like. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's having a bath. Maybe it's going for a walk. But we have to stop judging ourselves for needing to slow down. It's not even wanting. We need to slow down. So there is what day is it today? See, this is what happens when you're self-employed. You don't even know what day it is. Hi, Brian. I think it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So, no, it's Thursday. It's Thursday today. So I will be back tomorrow. I am going to be digging into tomorrow in my notebook. I'm going to be talking about 6 steps that you need to be prepared to bring into your world in order to achieve the success you want, whether it's in weight loss, whether it's with your business. It doesn't really matter, but this is going to be an important topic. So EAT is open for registration. I start teaching live on October 18th. Tomorrow we should have the brand new sales page up. Yay! Which will have a clean, fresh look, which is always nice when I refresh pages on my website. Until then, the current sales page is up. You can go and check out the program at lisacarpenter.ca/EAT if you are ready to make peace with food and your body and reclaim your health. And I will say as well, if you are sitting there thinking like, I don't think I've ever felt worse in my life, and then the second breath is, I can't afford to invest in myself, and I can't afford to invest in my health, I want you to really sit back and think about if you're valuing yourself in that sentence. Because the bottom line is if you don't start putting yourself first, if you don't start investing in you, nobody else is going to. Nobody's going to come down and pick you up and save you from the things that you're doing in your life that are not allowing you to feel your best. So it doesn't matter if you're in my program. It doesn't matter if you're surfing online. It doesn't matter. I've got lots of free resources over on my website as well that you can download to help you. But for the love of all things holy, start taking responsibility for what it is you want for yourself. It's your life. Nobody's coming to save you. Stop waiting for things to get better and start taking action. And that's what I'm going to be digging into a little bit tomorrow. I get that it's hard. I get that you're frustrated. I get that you've tried this a million times and the thought of trying again makes you want to poke your eyeballs out. But your health is worth it. You get one body, you get one life. Are you living it the way you want to? Are you getting out of bed in the morning and really excited to be here on the planet? Or are you dreading another day in a body that aches all over, that you can't even stand living in, and that you can't make eye contact with in the mirror? That's not okay. That is not okay. And no program out there will fix that unless you are willing to show up for you. All right? So have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you guys all tomorrow when I'm going to be talking about what you need to create that success long term. So I hope you tune in. If this was valuable, please share and come back and leave your comments. If you have any questions, I love answering your questions. So by all means, leave them and I'll do a live stream and I will call you out so you get the information that you need. So have a wonderful day. Check out my website if you're looking for some of those free resources, lisacarpenter.ca. I've got a free 3-part video series, and I also have an ebook about the reasons women struggle to lose weight and keep it off. You might find one of the reasons why you're struggling in there. So grab your copy. It's totally free. And I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.